Welcome back to the Gentleman Ultras YouTube channel. I'm Richard Hall, as always with the headlines, and this today, look, Conte, all about him and his relationship with Inter and with the president Zhang. Conte teso alla meta, basically Conte tents at the top. It says Inter, between the Scudetto and the future of the coach, Antonio, the mystery to be solved. I will once again work to achieve our aim, he says, but he wants new objectives. He wants to have the clarity from Zhang on the ownership and transfers because he wants to know that he's in a strong position for next season. Obviously very much focused on the game against Verona, though, he says, but this is very Conte. We've seen this many times before. We saw it at Chelsea, for instance. We saw it at Juventus. He knows he's in a strong position. He's in a position of strength, and that's why he's now saying, look, saying to the board, back me. He's done it before. We saw it last time. Back him. And he okay, some of the people he brought in worked well. Some of them, Kolarov, Vidal, didn't. But if Inter win the title, he's going to turn around and say, listen, I got the squad together that won that Scudetto first time in 10 years and 11 years. And it's going to be, monumentally big for him. So it's interesting now that he's done it at this time when he feels that he must feel the title is secure now, though, to do this. Corriere dello Sport, Conte agitates Inter, and Zori gets another step forward towards the title. And it says that he snipes here against Stefan Zhang, saying, I don't want to talk about the future. He then puts the support of the president, with all due respect, I prefer not to say anything until after we've won it. It's, again, Tutto Sport backed this up again. It's Conte happy and unhappy. Happy about the fact that the Scudetto is nearly there against the game against Verona, but then says about the Zhang stood by us, I won't respond to that, blah, blah, blah. He says the gambling with 2 years of work, a win against Verona today, you pretty much think the Scudetto is Inter's, and he's going to want to know what's going on. Now, I wouldn't always go with Conte on this, but I do in this case because they do need to know what's going on with the backers. Is there going to be someone coming in? Is that investment there? Pretty much we're told it is. There's been numerous people talked about that are going to potentially come in and Zhang's going to do it. I think if Conte knows that, and he does know there's going to be backing, and this is why he's now saying, listen, give me some money. He wants to be able to shape a squad that's going to be able to go on to do this for 2, 3, 4 seasons. And it makes sense that he's doing that as well, because, you look at the likes of Bastoni, Barella, Lukaku, Martinez, there's a real good youngish base there to work with. Anyway, enough of Inter. What have we got? Champions League chase, Milan. Are you at risk? Looks like it. It says here, Atalanta and Napoli climb. Juve can't make another mistake. It's basically saying that tomorrow's clash with Lazio is absolutely crucial. Mandzukic is going to be playing instead of Ibra in that one. That's going to be a bit of pressure on Milan there. Still, the Super League. Are we bored of this yet? It doesn't end here. It's still a battle between Florentino and UEFA. Real Madrid president is back on the attack. Surprised by the balance of Cherefin's words. The 12 clubs are still in. Maybe. It's going to be a while, isn't it? We've also got more to talk of. I feel like we talk about Belotti every single day. Belotti and Insigne, Tutto Sport says, goals and torment clash between the strikers, but who are both in similar situations. Contracts running down in 2022 and uncertain futures. Insigne, I think they'll tie that up with Napoli. He's almost it's just too Neapolitan not to do so. Belotti, I feel the same with Belotti and Torino, to be honest. I'd like them to get that tied up, but again, that's my personal opinion. I'm sure Milan fans will disagree with that. So, finally moving on, Juve, of course, today, Pirlo and Florence, Juve, Fiorentina, what a fixture. I mean, when you think back, Baggio, Batistuta, we could just go on. I do love this fixture. Coach cannot miss this target too, but the Viola fired up, and it says here that Vlahovic, beware Juve. It's true because Vlahovic is very well thought of all along the league, and obviously Milan we've talked about a million times, wanting to try and tap him up. Juve cannot make another mistake. I think I mentioned that before from Gazzetta dello Sport and Tutto Sport. Talk again here. It says today, Fiorentina versus Juve. Pirlo shouts. There we go. That's Tutto Sport if you can see that. And basically the story there. It says the Bianconeri coach is concentrating on the objective, and he's quoted as saying, "We must absolutely achieve a place in the top four. No fear, they'll exclude us. Even if President Agnelli is certain there will be no surprises. Pele's job's on the line. Simple as that." Well, that's pretty much it from the papers today. It's going to be a great day of football again. I'm really looking forward to it personally. Obviously, Inter and the game against Verona is going to be really, really exciting. I think the Fiorentina, if from a news perspective, I was just going to watch any game, Juve Fiorentina, just because of the history between those guys. There's still lots more to do, lots more to watch. And it says here, it's just one thing we did, just a little brief mention, not enough mention. If you haven't seen the highlights, Parma Crotone, go and watch it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant game. Well, that's it from us. If you do like this and you don't mind me ranting on in the morning for 5 minutes while you have a coffee or something, please just like and subscribe, and I'll keep doing them. I read them anyway, so this can have mayonnaise. I quite enjoy doing it. But yeah, just a little like, it always makes it a little nicer, even if it's 1 or 2 likes, just to know that someone's listening, so I'm not just speaking to a camera every morning and my dog. All good. Ciao for now.